Mordred, I truly respect you for facing King Arthur the second time.
Alright.
I see a chest.
Alright, there it is. Okay, rune for staves. That's going to make Hector better. 2 runes for staves. Alright.
By God.
It's not actually a loot spawn, it's just a war thing.
The joys of plunder.
I think... Not sure, that might be it for loot spawns. The other advantage of doing this early is I think this scouts all the entrances for this fight. This is like the last fight of the level, I'm pretty sure, for this zone. So when we come back this way, we should be good.
Sinners.
This is shrine, swiftness. I like swiftness. We'll use it on K. We want K doing more things. K gets 2 more max AP. That helps us out a lot. Gives K a lot of flexibility. Unfortunately, it's till the end of the next encounter. I apparently forgot how shrines worked. I would have loved to have saved that for the last encounter. Now we're going to use it on a puny encounter. That's going to make us less strong for the final encounter. Remember that later when we, you know, perish. Alright, I think there's a fight here, so we'll just go ahead and wander our way into this. Like, there's not a threat here. Okay. New unit type for us to consider. And our situation... Alright, the units are spread out. We have a Lost Knight and a Lost Skirmisher. Let's take a look at this Lost Knight here. This Lost Knight has a lot of things going on here. Power of Lost. Grants 50% increased damage after 3 of his allies die. So in theory, you want to focus this guy down early because he gets stronger the more of his friends you kill. So where possible, killing this guy early is pretty good. Unholy Aura. Undead gain 5 HP. Another reason. If you kill this guy, then you don't have to work through the bonus HP on the other Lost. So the Lost get weaker when this guy dies. Reanimation. When he's killed, he comes back. He's immune to bleeding effects, immune to poison. He has a ton of different abilities. Shout. Undead gain +2 base damage. So he can use this and make all the undead around him stronger. Don't like that. It makes me sad. He has a cleave. You don't want to surround him and make sure he's dead if you surround him. A power attack. Does tons of damage, breaks your armor, kills your guys. Don't get hit by this guy. And then even his basic strike is nothing to shake a stick at. The only thing that helps us against this guy is he's only got 5 AP. So he doesn't have a ton of mobility. You see that his attack range is very limited. So this guy, even from our current position, is going to take 3 turns to get to us. So even with the standard of, generally speaking, wanting to kill that guy fairly early, we're going to kill the guys that are over here instead. Even though it makes him stronger, we're going to set up, I hope, for a turn to one-tap this guy. Hopefully getting through his armor. And then, or even chip away at him. Like, Hector, really good for chipping away at this guy. So I'll show you that in a minute. So right now we need to deal with the threats in front of us. We will begin by targeting this Lost Commoner with K. So we'll move him back. Use a Death Strike to go through even the bonus HP because K is just that good at killing things. We will reserve his 3 AP so that we get the most value out of reserve. He's completely fine there. This Lost is not going to get there this turn. This Skirmisher is going to still take 2 turns to get to us.
What are we waiting for?
For Ballin, we decide if Ballin or Mordred is going to kill this commoner. I believe it's going to have to be both. I don't want to use my charge on this guy yet because it's just unnecessary. So we're going to step forward by 1, do a Stigma, take a swing, have Ballin step forward by 1, and then take up to 2 swings. Didn't need it. Excellent. And then I don't know where this guy's going to go yet, so I'm not going to waste a bear trap. We're just going to step back by 1 and then reserve our 3 AP. We'll have Dindrain go ahead and do some damage because doing damage is good.
Ready.
Fortunately, her damage sucks. And so what we'll do actually for Hector is we're going to chip at this Lost Knight from a safe distance for as long as we can. So we'll put the slow on him. So this guy moves even slower. Is going to go essentially nowhere. We're going to put a Force Bolt on him after Dindrain shoots him because I'm not sure about the range. Well, it'll be okay. She can move if we need her to. So we'll put the Force Bolt on to strip armor. So it makes Dindrain's life a little bit easier. And then Dindrain can move forward here and safely. Yes, she can safely move forward. Keeps her centralized for future turns, so we shouldn't have to move her again. And regrettably, the best she can hope for is probably to strip armor. Her damage is so poor that there's no way she's making it through 7 armor. Like, on average, half the time she doesn't make it through armor. And so we just see if we can kill armor. It was so weak she didn't even do that. But anything she can do to soften him up will help us in the long run. There was an argument made to shoot at this commoner as well. I will acknowledge that. With that being said, happy with our turn. We'll end the turn. That guy has done his damage buff, so notice that all of these guys now have a damage boost where they're doing an additional 2 damage on their attacks. That makes these common lost actually kind of threatening. So instead of doing 1 to 3 damage, they do 3 to 5 damage, and they do it twice if they get in a point blank range. If you think about it, that's kind of a 50% increase for those guys. That doesn't feel good. Don't get hit by that. So we'll have Kay go ahead and step forward and take care of the threat that we've prepped him to take care of. Like so. He can swing again with his reserved AP, so we're going to go ahead and do that. We'll keep his 1.
Power and glory.
We're going to see what our plan is going to be for this guy. This guy cannot move in and hit yet, and so I think that we're going to continue to kite him just a little bit, and we'll kite him with traps, like so. In fact, we'll kite both of these guys with traps. Ector will have to move by 1, so we'll move Ector at least 1 away, so that even if he gets tied up, it's not going to be in the world. We'll do 1 of these here. And I think I want to reposition him, actually. No, I'm good. We'll go ahead and take a hide here. Reserve as an AP. We'll get Mordred in position for when this closes here as well, so that when this guy closes, he'll be in a good spot. So we'll use 3 AP to get in position, turn, and wait. And then that means I don't need to use any damage on these guys yet. I can continue to still put damage into this Lost Knight and weaken him for when we actually have to deal with him. Dendrain can choose to shoot this commoner so that Kay doesn't have to, or can shoot a chip at this knight's armor. I think we're going to take the other play. I think I want Dendrain to make sure that Kay doesn't have to use his AP on this guy, so that Kay can reserve AP to do the killing blow on this knight when the time is right. So she'll work him down over 2 turns. Kay is ready. We're good. Reserve a turn. They move through. That's an interesting outcome I didn't expect. That's a mistake. For some reason, I did not perceive that this guy could come here. This guy literally moved here, revealed, and then took a hit on Balin. That is annoying. And you see how vulnerable Balin is as a hero with this, right? Granted, he took a hit from a buffed up commoner, but still sucks. You hate to see it. Okay, and so Balin can move in and get a backstab here as well. We do need the skirmisher to die this turn. And so Mordred with his reserved AP, he has 8 AP, means he can stigma and hit twice. That's what we're going to do. So we will take the stigma, swing twice.
Ready to fight.
We will have Balin move in, and if he moves close, he can not hit twice. So we'll go ahead and take the actual backstab angle so we can get that bonus. And we managed to get the finishing kill without having to bring in any of our other support.
I serve the Lord.
So Dendrain, she can do what I wanted her to do. She does have to move because of my positioning with Kay. See if she takes the 50-50. Great. Taking the 50-50 was kind of risky. I don't know that I needed to do that, but we're going to anyway. Ector will continue to harass this knight, push him back so that he can't get in range of Dendrain. Kay is going to reserve all his AP and wait for this Lost Knight to close. This Lost Knight will get into melee range after this turn, and so we want to be ready for him. I'm going to reserve all my AP because even if I set up an Overwatch, at best I'm getting 2 strikes, so I'd rather control what those 2 strikes are. So let me explain. If I Overwatch, at best, this knight runs in my zone of control, and at worst, he stops on the edge because the AI suddenly gets smart. Even if he runs into my zone of control, I'm still only hitting this guy twice. Once through the Overwatch and once on my next turn. With the reserve AP, by reserving 3 and having 9, I can still hit him twice on the next turn, and it's just not going to scare him off, right? So that's the reason why I'm not Overwatching here. Alright, so we'll go ahead and hit yes. That guy is closed, and now Kay can just swing to his heart's content on this guy, and the fight is over. Managed to control this target, this very threatening target, and deal with the rest of the units, and overall this would have been a clean fight if I had not misjudged the commoner here and taken a hit on Balin. That is a mistake, an unfortunate mistake that we did not need to make.
More
but
spoils.
what are you gonna do? Make more mistakes, I guess.
The Lord
There is a little bit of fog of war that I didn't clear here to the north. I'm just going to waste a little bit of time looking there. Regrettable consequence of the loot system in this game. I hate the system of hiding stuff around the map and wasting my time. But we still, because this is a hardcore playthrough, we want every advantage we can. We will still scout and make sure we try to not leave stuff behind. In the process of doing that, we will still leave stuff behind. We will forget things. We will overlook corners. And that will be a unfortunate outcome. Okay, this fight's looking a little spicy. We have 1, 2, 3 crossbowmen. We have this skirmisher that we are not very excited about. We have 2 brutes. This is a fight that we have to be pretty careful in. The other situation that is to our advantage is that these guys are going to stagger into this over the course of many turns. Our goal for this fight is to not take a hit from this guy and to eliminate these crossbowmen as quickly as we can without exposing ourselves. And so we're going to take the same strategy that we've been taking here. We're going to let these guys close with us, with our melee line here. This guy is going to move into range, so we will reserve AP probably exactly as we are. We could, move in deep here on this side if we wanted to. We could aggress into this. Kay could get in here and take a normal strike, but it won't kill this guy. And he'd need Mordred to somehow get in here, and Mordred can't do that. And so there's really no reason for us to move forward and really open us up to even more damage. So we won't do it.
Ready to fight.
In this case here, we will need Ballin to step back because this Lost is going to get in his way.
I serve the Lord.
I think we'll decide that once we decide how we're using our range damage. Our range damage at this point can be used on commoner targets. I think I do want to shift Dendrain back here because Ballin's going to step back here. She can just live here. So we'll have her live here and put damage into targets. I think I would like for her to kill this guy if she can get lucky, because that can change our plan. Because now Ballin doesn't have to move necessarily, though I might want him to, because Ballin's on the edge of this concave. I might want Mordred on the edge, so we might do like a little swap here and have Mordred move over so he's on the edge of all this incoming damage. He's more likely to take these 2 crossbows. I think we're likely to do that. With Ector, we need to decide where this slow is going to go. I might put it on this brute because I actually want the skirmisher to close fairly early so we can deal with him. So I don't want to slow him and then have to deal with him later. And then we have to decide where his force bolt's going to go. I don't want to move him, so his force bolt either goes here or here. It has a percentage chance to kill this guy, so I think we go with that. Never lucky. Take the slow. Good there.
For my Camelot.
And I do think we are going to do a little sidestep here. We're going to have Mordred shift here into this position, hopefully taking any crossbow bolts that come our way.
Ready to fight.
We'll leave Kay here to accept the charge from this. We'll take a couple bear traps. We know this guy's going to run straight toward Kay, so we'll double trap that. We don't know exactly where this person's going to show up at, but I imagine this spot is going to get taken at some point, so we'll trap that. And that is our turn. We have done what we intended to do. We are ready to go. Fortunate that Ballin took the crossbow bolt. Don't like to see that. Kind of unfortunate outcome on the left side here. I'll talk about this in a second, but this trap here was too efficient. Now this Lost Skirmisher is out of Kay's range, and Kay has to move forward to deal with it. Fortunately for us, Kay has been privileged with a mountain of movement AP from taking that crossbow bolt due to the way that we've got him built, so he's going to have no problems moving around here. So much so that I almost wonder if I want him to be able to move here and clean up this left side. I'll think about that in a minute. But nevertheless, Kay's probably going to need help dealing with this skirmisher, even though he's got 10% or 5% bonus damage from his trait and the ability to hit hard. I don't think without Ector he's going to be able to get there. Dendrain is in the unfortunate situation of being useless as per normal, and so we're going to have her take shots at targets of opportunity on the right here, but she can't hit any of the crossbowmen. That makes me sad. Don't want to hate to see it. I do want to hit one of these guys that can get possibly in range.
No mercy for the wicked.
Mordred's probably not moving, so we'll just have him swing out with his AP.
Your Highness.
This allows Dendrain to clean up this target, so nobody that actually is useful has to do it. And she can put some chip damage in this crossbowman. That's good. We'll do that so she can take care of him next turn. We have a pseudo plan for that. We do, because it appears that Ballin is taking crossbow hits, we'll want him to hide this turn. So we'll do traps and hides with him, just because dying hurts. And then Mordred does not take any more melee strikes this round. Perfect. All right, cool. All right, so here's the play for Ector.
For the wicked.
I think Ector needs to hit this guy so that Kay can get the finish. And then Kay can use the remaining movement AP, I believe, to close as far as this crossbowman. That might be a play. His movement AP usage would take him all the way up here, and then that would leave him with 8 AP. So he can move, swing, and move again to swing here. He would accept a Lost Commoner hit for that, and likely crossbow bolt hits for his error. Is that worth it? The alternative is to accept this skirmisher hit. That's not an alternative. We're not doing that. There's no world that we do that. And there's no world that K can one-tap this guy either.
Ready.
Skirmisher is worse than crossbow bolts. We are going to do this.
Time to feed the ravens.
Move forward. And get a very clean kill on this guy. And then we decide whether to go for the crossbowmen or not. I think killing the crossbowmen removes more damage. Because the crossbowman shoots every time. If I move here, I accept the lost commoner hit as a trade. That's a good trade. So we're going to do it. We'll trade this. Kill the crossbowmen.
I am ready.
I'm going to try to position myself like this so that I get shot in the sides and not the back. I don't want to take a backstab bonus, so he will take 2 side hits. I bet this crossbowman shoots him.
No mercy for the
But
wicked.
what are you going to do? That's
What are we waiting
the situation
for?
we're dealing with.
Sinners
And then
shall
we just have
bleed.
Ballin. We know that these guys are going to start to surround Mordred. So we want to go ahead and start putting traps here and here. And then we can even, if we can guess correctly, put one here. Take the hide. And hopefully
No mercy
you
for
don't
the
take any more
wicked.
crossbow bolts to Ballin. He's taking a lot of HP
No
damage.
mercy for the
So
wicked.
much so that I might even conservatively move him back a step. But if I do that, he's just kind of out of the fight. So I don't want to do that. So I'm going to bank on these lost blocking the crossbow shots and banking on them not being able to see this guy in time. That's the play. All right, went as expected. He's still got a backstab. Kind of sucks. He's drawing more aggro than I expected from the other lost, but this is kind of okay.
Make up your mind.
All right, so we want Ballin to get his bonus damage from the hide, so we'll move forward and do that.
Sinners shall bleed.
We want Dendrain to shoot twice, and so we're going to see if we can find an angle for her to do that. I would have loved for her to finish this guy, but that's not looking likely. We'll see if she can roll sufficiently to do this. Most of the time she gets this in 2. All right, she less frequently gets this in 2. That's terrible. That's really bad. I'm not gonna lie. That sucks. Sucks a lot. All right, nothing we can do about it. It's unfortunate. We could move him here to finish it, but regrettably, Ector's gonna kill one of these crossbowmen. It's just a matter of which one. When you see how Kay's turn goes, Kay's situation not as great as we would like. He can take a cleave to to do more damage and not kill one of these guys, or he can kill one of the targets. As we've just talked about before, a 1 dead unit is better than 2 half-dead units. So we will take the kill on the target that we can kill. We will face threats that we have,
The Lord is my
and
witness.
will not be happy about that.
Take them all.
This is not a great situation.
Ready.
We need to decide how to continue with
Ready.
Ballin. We'll choose that in a minute. Ballin's already not as combat effective as we would like him to be. Mordred here can do 2 hits and a stigma, or 2 hits and a charge. I would like to hit a charge here this turn. To do that would be... Yeah, I think we're going to go for that. So, 1. There is a low chance that he gets this kill.
I am
There's a
here to
better
serve.
chance that Ector gets it.
For my Camelot.
Hmm.
Ready to fight.
No mercy for the wicked.
This is a hard call. It really is.
Time
I think
to
we go with the
feed
original
the
play.
ravens.
We got lucky. We actually knocked it out of the park on good fortune there. We could have made it easier on ourselves by using the stigma because we were playing a charge anyway, but that would have been pretty ambitious. And then the charge is going to disable the larger lost, and we move Mordred forward 1 here to bait this guy here.
What?
Ector moves forward 2. Strikes this guy so that we remove a crossbow off the board.
Time to feed the ravens.
Also worth noting that it's not worth killing these corpses because we will end the fight next turn no matter what. It's just a matter of doing everything we can to
What are
mitigate
we
what's coming
waiting
at us.
for?
And then we could move up, take a hit, take 2 counter swings. Doesn't make me happy, especially against a guy that's already weak. We are going to move back, take a hide, and move here. We can't afford to take a crossbow bolt. We can't afford to take these hits.
Awaiting your command.
The next thing I'm going to do is something that's actually something I would normally not recommend. But in this case here, we are about to take 3 lost hits and probably a crossbow bolt and a K. I don't like that. We can't do anything about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to accept an opportunity attack to move out of the way of these strikes and bring this lost and this lost down here. So much so that I want Mordred to be taking the hit. No, this is fine. I mean, it really is okay. Can I get away with doing this? Does that remove too much damage? I think it's fine. So we're going to take this hit. We know that we're taking it. We're moving back here to protect Kay from a crossbow and from a follow-up lost hits. That's well, we take 1 hit to avoid 3 hits and a possible crossbow shot because Dendrain sucks. Perfect. So all the damage except for that lost hit went where we wanted. This lost rolled through, revealed Ballin, and he took strikes as a result of it. That's unfortunate. Ballin's lost a lot of HP. We can use a potion for that, or we can use a campfire. We'll probably use a potion at the end of the day.
Blessings.
We'll go ahead and use Dendrain. We'll figure that out in a minute.
Make up your mind.
We'll probably use Dendrain to clean this guy up. And we'll use K to clean this guy up. In fact, Dendrain can actually do this. This is better.
The Lord is my witness.
This guy can't do anything else. This brute is going to survive this turn, actually. Which is not great, but can't be helped, I think. This is
Power and
us
glory.
making a mistake on our estimation here. By playing so conservatively with K, we are going to barely not have enough damage to finish this turn. That's going to result in 2 reses that we have to take care of next turn.
Sinners shall bleed.
It's not the end of the world because they're not going to really be able to do anything, but it is unfortunate. We're going to kill this commoner because he's threatening a weaker target.
Before your king.
And then we'll back Ballin up a step. I don't believe on Resurrection these guys get to move. I can't recall. But just in case... I'm actually sure how this mechanic works. If we hex this guy and he reses, I'm not sure how that happens. So we're going to learn something here. And we're going to step back even further. In the event that guy actually reses with AP, I don't remember how the reanimation
Time
works.
to feed the ravens.
So we're just going to respect it. We'll take more shield damage and go from there.
Try harder.
They do come back with full AP. That is good to know, and I'm really glad we moved out of the way. Because if this guy had struck Ballin, that'd been terrible. If he struck Uchter, that would have been terrible. But nevertheless, this fight should be over now. We should be able to clean this up. We'll let Dendrain finish the brute.
Ready
We will let Hector finish the crossbow.
for my Camelot.
We'll have Kay. Is this fight over? This fight may not be over. Kay cannot close.
The Lord is my witness.
Can we finish this fight?
Sinners shall bleed.
That's an interesting problem to consider. We have 6 AP. Giving up 100% strike worth losing a 20% vulnerability. It is not. 2 strikes are better. But I don't know that we kill this guy.
Ready to fight.
Ballin would have to be able to move forward, strike twice, and do the damage. He does 3 to 6 4 times for 12 to 24 damage against 2 armor. Can he do it? If we go for this and he doesn't kill him, Ballin takes vitality damage 100% of the time.
Sinners shall bleed.
It is so unfortunate that Kay cannot get in a position here. This is really bad because I banked on him being able to do that with my positioning, and the conservative play has cost us yet again. We're going to take another crossbow hit if we do it. So we either roll Ballin going in and then getting lethal, nearly lethal damage for a decent percentage chance, but still a percentage chance to kill this guy. Or we take the guaranteed shield hit on Mordred with a crossbow bolt into a shield.
I am ready.
Since this
The
is
Lord is my
hardcore,
witness.
For my Camelot.
I think I take the higher, like the safer play. Mordred, even taking this, he's going to lose HP, get stripped in armor. It's unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. We can handle that. So I think we go with it. I'm going to have Ballin go and preemptively drink this potion. just because I think we're going to use it 100% of the time. But that's what we'll do. And we'll reserve our AP. Alright, so we lost an armor and 3 HP. That's fine.
I am here to serve.
And now that K actually has his reserved AP, he can do what I would have expected him to be able to do.
What are we waiting for?
This was not a great fight.
What?
This was painful. But we got there.
We're done with it. I am
Alright, so we have, I think, one more fight to go. There might be an optional fight up here, actually, now that I think about it. Like an optional duel. Yeah, there is. Don't like that guy. I see his stats yet? No. Do I want to take this duel? And who would I take it with? I'd take it with Mordred if he had all his armor. I could take it with K, but K's gonna get smacked for a lot. Because this guy is just as strong as K. In some respects. I think we're gonna do it. I think we're gonna let K take this fight. This is kind of silly. But
I still long for battle. But I refuse to fight for anyone but myself.
we could do the party attack.
Choose your champion for one last night.
I don't actually know what happens if you party attack this guy. I want to learn something today. What happens if you party attack instead of honorably doing a duel? We're a tyrant Christian. We don't have standards. We don't have morals. So what happens? Okay. What happens is we bully the heck out of this guy. We get a knockdown here, move in, take a strike. Yeah, this is
Your
This
head is mine.
this is seriously unjust.
Sinners shall bleed.
Okay, nice.
I am here to serve.
Let's see, can I get Hector in range? Did I make a mistake by charging first for science? And now we can still do this.
What
Moves
are
him
we
out of the way.
waiting
Does
for?
it doesn't move out of the way if K does it. No.
Ready.
All right, cool.
I
Well,
serve
let
the
Dendrain
Lord.
take her hits here so before this guy gets surrounded.
Ready to fight.
Is there really no benefit to taking a duel? I don't actually know.
Why are you looking at me like that? Because of these accusations.
I guess we didn't get a
There is
reward
no
for it.
price too dear
So I think when you
to pay
normally
for
take a
Avalon.
duel, you get like a reward for
Lord
taking the duel.
forgives. A just reward.
But instead we just kind of get this freebie fight. I don't know. Curious to know. Maybe, I may look that up later. But my HP totals have not felt great. Especially based on that last fight. I mean, HP totals are fine. Armor totals are really the thing that got sacrificed in our mistakes today. But we're going to go ahead and take this campfire before we move to the last fight. Get our armor totals back up to something more reasonable. Because this last fight
I think I've earned
is
a
the toughest
feast.
one, I think, by far. So we'll see how we do on this, see if we can kind of stay out of vitality damage. But it's very likely that we take armor and HP damage in this fight. Memory serves me correct. Okay. So let's kind of assess our situation here. We've got units spread out over a pretty large area here. We have 3 targets that are worth looking at. They're all unique units with special names, with slightly different looks, slightly different armor values, but I believe all of their bonuses are the same. So first and foremost, they get stronger the more lost you kill. Don't get hit by this guy. They give other undead 5 more HP. Kill them early, makes your life easier. All of these typical immunities and reanimation mechanics. They do the shout, doesn't feel great. They do the power attack, ouch. All that stuff is still there, and I believe that all of them have the same unit card. They're slightly different from like an armor total or an HP total. So, with that being said, we could divide ourselves up to try to take these fights in different places. So we could kind of stack up here. There's a squire up here too, worth noting. Squires are dangerous. So we got these 3 guys here that we could take. We have this guy down here, and this guy all slated all by the way himself over here with these 2 lost. And so you could set yourself up for a series of duels or weird engagements across all these three things. But as we've done in the past, we will do again. We like keeping our people together so they can support each other. We like making these guys run while we fight their friends and kill them one at a time. And I think my best way to do that is, like, if I go here, I'm going to get locked close with this guy pretty quickly. I don't have a lot of maneuverability. But if I use this space here, I got a lot of open ground to maneuver. I can control. This guy's got to run literally a marathon to get down here, as does this guy. It gives me a lot of time to focus this guy down first because we're within effective range damage from the start of the fight, and our melee units don't have to get in our way. A lot of reasons to take this over here.
No mercy
And so we want to set ourselves up to do just that. We are going to set to square up against this guy. We're going to try to focus him down as quickly as possible. We'll deal with his supporting units as they arrive. And that's going to be our play. That's how we're going to do it. It's also worth recognizing what these things do. These are little 5 HP pots that will put a cloud around them that will do 4 to 8 damage for any unit that walks through it. The Lost are dumb enough to run through these things. So if you can set up a path so that they run through this, you can pop these suckers and get some pretty free damage on units that will literally mindlessly path through these damage clouds. So we'll call that. Also worth calling out, these guys can be knocked down. They do, they don't lose as much AP from it because of the physical debuff. So instead of losing half their AP, they lose like, I don't know, 15% of it or something crazy like that. I forget what it is, but they lose less AP than they normally would from a knockdown, but they can still be knocked down. So that being said, I like this position.
What are we waiting for?
Less with that guy there. Yeah, so I like this position. I think we'll go with our position here.
Camelot.
Mordred has a straight line to this guy, K on the left side. Do I want K to have a straight line? I think I want K to have a straight line. I think I want Mordred leaning on the side of other damage. Balin on the flank. Okay, ready. Alright, first things first. We are going to take advantage of the ability to knock this guy down. We're going to go for it. And so as soon as we can, we're going to move forward. And we're going to take this charge. He is going to stand up with 3 AP, unfortunately. So he will be able to do a basic strike if we're not careful.
I am here to serve.
K cannot get into range to do damage to this guy, and so we're going to set up for him to stand and then alpha strike him on the next turn. That will be the way we look. So we'll move here to reserve 3 of our AP to get 2 next turn. That should give K, I think in normal conditions, 8 AP. So if this guy stands up and moves forward, which he'll do, we should be able to hit twice with K. And then we want Balin also to be a part of this party. And so we'll move him over here. And we'll take a hide for bonus damage on his first strike. So okay, ready to go. So that sets up that. With Dindrain, not much to think about here. I do want to probably shave an armor with this hit, even though we've got 3 DPS focus. This guy's got a lot of armor and a lot of HP because of all the bonus HP. Anything we can do to make sure that we kill this guy is going to be appreciated. So we'll do that. With the slow, I kind of want the slow to go on this guy, but it's going to be a lifetime before this guy gets here anyway. So I might pop the slow on this commoner to buy us more time. But let's see what Dindrain can do. Dindrain's job is going to be to try to clean this guy up a little bit. How many turns is she going to need to do that? Alright, she's going to need a lot of time. We're going to buy more time because Dindrain is doing her traditional game plan of making sure to be as much of a boat anchor as she can be on the team.
I
So
serve the Lord.
thank you, Dindrain, for your contributions. We'll move her closer to kind of have better angle. Our turn is set. Alright, that guy's going to yell at us. That's fine. There goes the first shout, so the undead are more lethal. So only one of them shouted. That's good news. What I don't like is this guy actually moved back. This unit, instead of moving into this kill zone, stepped back.
I am here to serve.
That changes things a lot, actually.
Sinners shall bleed.
Because if we can't kill this guy in one shot, I don't want to move into this range to give him a cleave with a damage boost. That feels actually terrible. In every sense of the word. This is not good. And I don't think that we can do 55 damage with these 3 characters. It'd be close. It'd be really close. With a stigma, 1 hit. Yeah, he'd move 2, take 1 hit, stigma, doing about shave 1 armor, do 5 damage. K moves in, gets 1 hit, does... No, we wouldn't even get close.
Ready.
Wouldn't even get close.
Awaiting your command.
We need to do something else. Question is what?
Power and glory.
Blessings.
This guy's still a while away. But if we don't start doing damage, this guy's going to be a problem. Because when this guy closes, we do not want to fight 2 of these guys at the same time. This guy's 2 turns out. 1, 2. We may have to take the hits. Ugh. No, that just tastes bad. That tastes very bad. What a smart play from the AI, though. I fully expect this AI to just move in and just get after it and give us enough alpha strike to get there. We don't have it now.
Sinners shall bleed.
That is very interesting. All right, well, we know that Dendrain needs to deal with that. Could take the Dark Essence.
I serve the Lord.
You need to push this guy back. Move. She has to move because this guy is going to close with her. So is that guy. Unless we use our DPS to deal with it. Doesn't feel great. This is not good. This is very, very bad. Alright, I think we do this.
I am ready.
Move Mordred in here. I actually have an idea for this.
Too late to run now.
Ready to fight.
They
What are
can't
we
do that
waiting
now.
for?
We want to move K out of his damage range. But we do want him to close with K. Just don't want K to get hit. We move here. See if we can get this to work out. K cannot take this hit. There's no world that K can take this hit.
Blessings.
Same with Ballin. He can't do it either. We can't even get a hit on this. Like, we have really, really set ourselves up in a tough spot for this fight. Because we don't have jump unlocked yet on Ballin, we can't get out of bad situations. So if this guy ties K up, or Ballin up, it's really bad for us. Super bad, in fact. So we have Ballin wait. We could throw out a couple traps and hide again, which we're going to do, because that could help. Especially if this guy chooses to flank Mordred, which is not inconceivable. We're going to put these here for now. Do that again.
Sinners shall bleed.
This,
I am ready.
this is not a good situation. I'm just going to say that again. I've said it a few times, but we could very, very easily lose a lot of health here. Okay. Mordred's okay there. This is better. This is much better. Okay. This helps us a lot. So,
Make up your mind.
Hector, you need to pluck this person off Dendrain so she can actually maybe help.
Sinners shall bleed.
Dendrain, you kill this guy. Now, we see what we can do here. Now with
Time to
Mordred, he can't
feed
do a
the
stigma, not even worth
ravens.
considering. We'll see what damage we get. I mean, we just gotta swing and see what our
Awaiting your
damage is.
command.
And then we'll make choices. We're gonna take this hit here, because it shaves the armor.
Power and
We're gonna see
glory.
if Ballin can take the rest of the armor off to make the death strike stronger. Alright, most of it.
What are we waiting for?
I don't think this death strike gets there. It does do more damage, but it does not get there. And so, makes me sad, but we are going to have to use the shield charge to disable this knight so that he does not kill our team.
Sinners shall bleed.
Back him up so that when he stands up, he doesn't strike back.
I can take them.
Mordred could walk in and get a hit, which is really good because he's about to get backstabbed anyway, but he will take a hit in return, I think. No, he will not. Yes, he will. He will take a 11 to 14 10 armor break hit to the shield. That'll hurt, but at this point, we are on a clock, and so we're going to trade. That 2 HP left feels bad. That hurts my soul. But we needed to do it. We need to play that way. Hector, I'm going to lean this way, because he's going to hex and start force bolting this guy to keep him back. Okay, took 2 HP and an armor damage. Not terrible. Denrain can actually finish this guy. Don't want to do that because that's hurting my own team.
Make up your mind.
So that's on theme for Denrain, and we don't want to do that on purpose. We do this slow so we see how slowly this guy moves, and we're going to start literally pushing him away with force bolts to try to delay this guy's entry into the engagement.
Stand in my way.
For Mordred, he has 7 AP. We have all of these targets that are now a problem for us. This is kind of rough. We know that Kay's going to have to swing here. He can't disengage. There's no disengaging from this fight, so he's in a fight to the death now, so we'll be taking trades here. We'll start by removing armor, because that's good. We cannot move Ballin into this fight. Not yet, because there's no way he can take a swing from this guy without risking some pretty serious damage. Kay's going to get hurt, though. That doesn't feel good. Mordred's also going to get hurt from the surround that we're expecting. So what we need, it's hard to estimate how many turns this is going to take. So I think what we need is for Ballin to step in here and husk this guy. Fortunately, he can't hide, so we'll just chill.
No mercy.
Mordred needs to guard Kay's flank so he doesn't have to worry about this commoner or the squire coming in. This kind of sucks, but is what it is. So we'll move in. And we'll just take 2 swings at either the commoner or Sir Perrinfall. Sir Perrinfall is infinitely more threatening, so we need to make this guy die. And just look at how much work that armor's doing.
None can stand in my way.
And we need to make sure Mordred shield is the one taking the hit, which we have done.
Your Highness?
We'll see how this goes, but this backswing gonna hurt. Interesting that the knight chose to give bonus damage to his allies instead of striking. I think that actually helped us. Mordred took some HP for it, but I'm pretty sure that's to our advantage.
The Lord is my witness.
We'll continue to kite this guy for as long as we can. This guy still cannot close with our friendlies. That's good.
What are we waiting
Hooker
for?
Lips here can't do much.
I am here to serve.
And what are we going to do with this guy? I think we need to get behind the Squire's shield and take care of that. Squire doing damage to Mordred's back doesn't make me happy.
Your
Let's see what
Highness.
Kay only has one option here, so let's see what Kay's doing. Kay is going to strike for 4. There's no way that we can get the armor low enough that it's that death strike is viable yet, so we'll just take this strike. Reserve our 3
Sinners shall
AP.
bleed.
Sinners shall bleed.
And then Mordred takes 2 strikes. We can put it into the shield of the Squire. Doesn't feel good. We can put it in the commoner. Doesn't feel good. I think we just continue to take hits here and prepare to drink a potion next turn. I don't know that we take enough damage that we take a vitality damage. It's kind of a hard call, though. We might need to do like a stigma, which feels bad to do it late, but do a stigma, drink a potion, take a swing, because if this guy targets Mordred, we could move into bite damage territory. I don't like that.
I serve the Lord.
Dendrain, why are you so useless? Like, I want to emphasize how poor Dendrain is. She is doing so little to contribute that it's really hurting the cause right now. I think we're going to do it. Like, I don't want to take bite damage. Like, really don't want to take bite damage. So we're going to stigma this guy. We're going to drink a potion. Top us off. So that we don't get bite. I know we can take another backswing here. And in theory, with this chip that we're doing, I think we might be able to bring this guy down at the end of next turn.
The Lord is my witness.
We'll have Ballin finish this job, and I think we position to backstab this Squire. Yeah. We just chill here, and then we get the running steps into that.
The Lord is my witness.
Maybe too early to play like that with him. I don't know that he gets enough bonuses to use the AP that way. It used to be more efficient to do that, but the nerfs may have harmed the viability of that. I don't want to take a backstab. I really don't. So I'm going to turn the shield this way, even if we don't get a shield benefit from the strike. We'll see how this goes. Oh yeah, that felt good. All right, so we took bite damage. We took 4 bite damage on Mordred, and that was with drinking a potion. It was very, very smart that we took that potion drink, because that would have been really, really bad. We have not taken an injury, so that's good.
The Lord.
But we are definitely getting punished in this fight. Okay. That's not good. This guy is no longer hexed, so he can close the distance. We're going to push him back by 1. See if we can get out of his range. We can by moving 2 this way, so he can't get to Ector.
No
Dendrain
mercy for
is
the
going to have to
wicked.
move, but I want her to shoot first. If we can. How much does she have to move to get out of this guy's way? 2. 3. That's okay. If she gets locked up, that's actually okay. We need this guy to die.
I am ready.
Can K guarantee this? He can. K should be able to guarantee this kill. Yeah, because he can actually get swings off.
Feel the pain.
Okay, that's that guy.
The Lord is my witness.
Too little, too late. Mordred should be able to finish the squire. He's gonna take
them all.
shield hits from this commoner,
Your
but
Highness.
Blessings.
that's fine, I guess.
serve the
Dendrain,
Lord.
like normal, can't do anything about that. This guy will die next turn, so I think we continue to put damage into this target. Make sure he goes down as quickly as possible. Then we move her back by 1. Fine. We want K actually to get locked up with this guy, because K can finish this guy pretty easily. Oh. Oh no! The jar got broken, so there's a miasma there. Nice. Alright, cool. Let's take this hit here. Lost 2 more HP. We lost another 5 because the miasma. Didn't take that into account. So Mordred still hasn't taken
What?
an injury, but he's taken a ton of bite damage. And so that is unfortunate. A lot of misplay here
I
today.
serve the Lord.
Swing. Looking good. We'll move him out of the miasma because
Your
dying
Highness.
hurts. K cannot finish this guy yet. So
What
we'll
are we
take
waiting for?
an Ector shot to try to soften this boy up.
For my
Does that
Camelot.
let K
The
do the
Lord is my
finish?
witness.
1 off.
Make up your mind.
Certainly Dendrain can help you.
The Lord is my witness.
That's the fight. Oof.
The plague is over, and the curse has been. I kick Avalon. There, the ritual. I have not been.
Alright, so that is your scuff playthrough of this mission. Tons of misplays in this last fight here. Not having the shrine available for this last fight certainly hurt. If K had that 2 bonus AP for this fight, we would have killed that knight before he got that cleave off and ruined the vitality on Mordred and his HP totals. But this was not very well played. The other thing that threw us is we played heavily into knocking this knight down and then him charging us, and he backed up a step and buffed his whole team. Us going all in on the AI derping on us was really, really harmful, because if we could have killed this guy, because we could have killed that guy like literally 2 turns earlier if he had charged into our reserve AP, and him stepping back on us really forced us to play we played very aggressively into a situation that we thought we could predict, and we were just wrong, just exceptionally wrong, and so that hurt significantly as well. But with that being said, that is the playthrough. We'll follow the format as normal. We'll come back and do town stuff and items and equipment on the next playthrough. But yeah, so let me know if this is still helpful, useful, as you see things go. Obviously, things are going to get harder, but our units will also get better. We will be less required to bring dead weight on our missions, because at this point, the other thing that's kind of hurting us is Sir Balin and Lady Dendrain are really, really weak right now. If we had Sir Balin's brother, this mission would have been a lot easier. But right now, Sir Kay and Sir Mordred are having to carry a lot for the weaknesses of these 2 characters at the moment. And that will also help us as we find upgrades for our roster to make decisions with. So that being said, hope you have a good rest of your evening, and we will see you next time.